You know, just as I started to think that York9 were on the uprise, they go on and put in another disappointing performance in a 1-1 draw against the Halifax Wanderers. They had a man advantage for over 70 minutes, but still they weren't able to break down the Halifax defense and really test Christian Oxner. Fair play to Halifax though. I thought they played really well. Despite being a man down early in the game, nobody dropped their heads and they kept pushing and pushing, and then finally all of their hard work paid off when Omar Karim scored the equalizer in the 90th minute. I'm telling you guys, these draws are going to be the death of us. Can you imagine? From a possible 15 points, we've only taken 7? Now I know, it's not as bad as losing, but draws are not going to get us through in this tournament. What happens when we play much stronger opposition, like Cavalry for example? Performances like these will surely lose. Now Jimmy Brennan, I know you've said that you're not scared, but myself as a fan, I'm terrified that we might be going home after only 7 games. Anyways, now let's get into the player ratings, starting off with Ezequiel Carrasco. Carrasco making his debut today is going to get a 6. The reason being is because he didn't really have much to do in the game. Halifax didn't really test him, although he made one good catch, and for the goal, he was kind of blindsided. Maury Donor is going to get a 6 as well. I thought he did a pretty good job defensively, but other than that, he didn't make any real attempt to get forward, to maybe try and put some crosses in. There was a lot of backwards passing from him in that game, and normally he doesn't really do that. Roger Thompson, again, another 6. The past few games he's impressed me with his willingness to initiate attacks, sending long balls over the top, or trying to slide passes through the midfield. However, this game he didn't do that at all, and you would think with Halifax being down a man, he would try even harder to try and create something. Luca Gasparotto is going to get a 7. Was solid throughout the first half, didn't let anyone get by him, but late in the second half that all changed. He made some pretty terrible challenges, argued with the ref, and even picked himself up a yellow card. Fugo SEGAWA is going to get a 6. A terrible challenge from him early in the game with a high boot on Alex Marshall. Was really lucky to walk away with just a yellow card. On any other day, any other ref, it could have been a red card. Joseph Di Chiara is going to get a 7. I thought he did a really good job dealing with the big midfielders that Halifax has, like Andre Rampersad or Louis Bellan-Goyette. He didn't allow them any time or space to operate with the ball and was constantly being a physical thorn in their side. Kyle Porter is going to get a 6. Another really quiet game from him. I really want to see him try to dribble a bit more with the ball. You would think with Morelli out of the game, he would have a bit more time and space in midfield to operate with the ball. Manny Aparicio is going to get an 8. Man of the match for me. First of all, his goal, a sublime free kick that Christian Oxner had no chance of getting to. Other than that, I thought he moved the ball really well and was always trying to create. I just wish he played a bit more centrally, rather than hugging the sides of the pitch. HALLEY is going to get a 6. I thought he made a lot of solid runs, but once again, like Kyle Porter, needs to try and dribble a bit more. He's insanely fast and needs to use his pace and agility to his advantage. I bet, as a fullback, how scary must it be to have a pacey winger that tries to dribble and come right at you. Ryan Telfer is going to get a 5. I feel really bad for him. For some reason, he can't get back to the form that he was on last year. In this game, he made no real impact and made some really terrible challenges, including the one which Halifax ended up scoring from. Personally, tonight's game against FC Edmonton is probably his last chance to really show what he can do. I wouldn't play him in the game against Cavalry. That will be a really tough game, and if he can't really do anything, he could easily quickly become a liability. Alvaro Rivero is also going to get a 5. Once again, made no impact on the game whatsoever. Big center backs like Peter Schalla and James Jeffrard, they completely shut him down. I honestly feel like he needs to be benched for a few games maybe. He's in a bit of a slump, and maybe some time away from the pitch will help him get out of it. Anyways, moving on to the subs, starting off with Wataru Murofushi. Murofushi is going to get a 7. I thought he was pretty decent when he came on. He tried to move the ball a lot quicker. I applaud him for the efforts, but it's just a shame that the team couldn't find any good end product. Gabriel Vasconcelos is going to get a 6. Finally got some minutes, but unfortunately for him, he spent most of the time defending, so he didn't really have any time on the ball. Personally, I would start him today against FC Edmonton, where he has a clean slate to showcase what he can really do. And lastly, Max Ferrari is going to get a 6. The team was defending for the entire 20 minutes that he came on, and he didn't receive the ball much in the attacking half and couldn't really do anything. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this match review. A huge game tonight against FC Edmonton to not only try and get 3 points, but also to try and improve our goal advantage. But listen, I don't want to write off FC Edmonton as of yet. They will probably be desperately trying to get their first win of this tournament. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and most importantly, go York 9.